Hello, Kaushik. Hello, Kaushik. Do you hear me?
Hello.
Hello, Kaushik. Do you hear me?
Yep. Can you hear
Okay.
me?
Yes, yes. Okay. So, Miss, did you understand the yesterday concept?
Yes, I did.
Okay, okay. So, Miss, I discussed about formatted integer output, point numeric input. Okay, it is also covered, and you need to work hard because this is totally different thing. Okay, Kaushik. So now just discussing about the string. So formatted string output. So if you use the W here, then what is the meaning of this one? As from the previous session, you know what is the character, what is the string, what's the difference between character and what's the difference between a string?
Yeah.
What is the difference between character and a string?
Character is two big differences. Our character is put in a is put in single quotes and can only allow up to one value stored in the
Yes,
each single quotes,
yes,
and string is double quotes and can have a number of characters inside a
character.
string.
And one more point, each and every string must be, means at the end of the string, compiler
Oh
system
yeah,
puts the null character. Null character, that is the
yeah.
important thing. Okay, so
Null.
suppose any user inputs three WhatsApp, okay? So actually, first observe, I have, don't worry, I have the string separate chapter, but in this time, try to manage, just try to get the little knowledge. Got my point, Kaushik? Okay, so see here, means
Wait,
we are,
can you try and change your microphone? It's very cracky.
my microphone, no, it is okay. In the my side, it is
No,
okay.
last class it was much clear. Did you
Okay,
change
okay.
computers?
So just matter, I am reducing the volume. Now it is okay.
Yeah, that's better.
Actually, okay, that's better. Actually, my throat is having some problem on the 2 days. Oh, that's why I miss. Okay, so just see here. Means I'm storing the any string into the str. This is the str variable, and this is the what the size of the string variable. Okay, and just focus a percentage 3s. What is the meaning of 3? So just focus.
Percentage
Suppose,
3s
yes,
percentage 3s means it will only allow 3 characters.
yes, yes, excellent. Means, as you know from the previous one, means we are going to restrict to the user. Okay, you can't exceed the range. So this is our motto. So if user enters three WhatsApp, then what happens? Only first three characters, that is S or I, and null character, that is the default one. Okay, so three is stored into the string variable.
What if only two characters are given? Let's say S and R. What is the third value?
Here in this,
Like let's say is it in chat? I'll put it in chat. So if the input is SR,
yes,
I'm chatting. If the input is SR, then what
then
will
then okay, okay, then
output
see, then what
be
happens?
in the
All are taken. All are taken. Yeah, purpose of three is what means you can't. You should not supply more than three characters, but you can supply one character, a string one. You can supply two characters, a string, etc. But must not exceed the three. Just I am restricting. Getting my point, Kaushik? Okay. So in case of the less, then there is no problem. Okay, but more than three, then what happens? It is not accepting each and every one. All are what ignored. Means remaining are ignored. Only first three are taken. Clear it is? Now suppose I have the percentage 5s. So in case of 5s, what happens? First five characters are taken. SRIVA. So Sriva is taken. Suppose I am giving percentage 1s. Okay, then in this case, only first, that is S is taken. Getting or not? Okay. Now,
But
now
no,
just
but my question is if there are let's say you input like S and R, what will be the
okay.
third character?
Or SNR means user is supplying SNR. Okay.
Yeah, if
Okay,
the input
okay,
is
okay.
just S and R.
Yes, so in case of the percentage 3s, already there is no problem because user already supplied the three characters. So all three are taken.
But where is the third character?
What is that one? That is S and R. R is the third character. S is the first character, R is the second character, and is the third character. What dot you have? Suppose you are
so
just
if you
just
said percentage 3s
yes,
Srivastava, that is
yes,
inputted as RI null character. If
yes.
the input is only two characters, what is the last one? So
Okay,
S
okay.
and what?
Those two characters are taken. Those two characters are taken.
Okay, but then what?
There is no third character. Getting my point?
There is no third character.
No, there is
Then
no third character because user didn't enter the third one. Then the system,
so
how
just
can
the
system
null is
take that
printed
one?
in the third character.
Yes, yes, okay. So just it
Yeah.
is restricting which you can't supply more than 3 digits. This is our motto. Understand?
Mhm.
In case of the list, there is no problem, no harm. Okay, Kaushik? Fine.
Okay.
Good. Okay, so next, just previous was for inputting. Now this is for the outputting. So just look at the example. You miss it very clearly. Suppose in the printf statement, I am using percentage 3 and our string is what? Suresh Kumar. Then what happens? See here, what you are observing means all are taken. So here W specifies field with decimal point and N are optional. If present, then N specifies that only first and characters of the string will be displayed, and W and leading blanks are displayed before string. So in the first case,
why is there a dot at WNS?
Yes.
There is a
Here.
dot at WNS.
And for just here one by one, just once again, in case of first example, print a percentage 3 as Suresh Kumar. In this case, what happens? Means all are taken. But here I am supplying 10 as Suresh. So 10 as Suresh. In this case, what happens? Means first you count how many characters in the Suresh string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how many are left? 4 are left. 4 spaces are printed. Then Suresh is printed. So 4 space plus Suresh. So means including all what happens 10 come. Means it will what makes the total overall 10. Okay, but look at the third one, Kaushik. Point. This is the point 3s. In this case, what happens? Only first 3 characters are taken SUR. So only first 3 characters are taken in case of the point. So here N plays the role. Okay, now what about the 8.3s? So 8.3s means what? Okay, SUR 3 characters taken, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 means what? You subtract the 3 from the 8. How much? 5. Then 5 spaces are printed. So this is the mathematics behind this. Okay, 5 plus 3. So just you can take the screenshot for this one.
No, but you said you would at the after all of the formatted inputs and outputs, can you send all these slides in WhatsApp?
Definitely, sure. I mean, yesterday I have forget that one. Today, just at the last, you will remind me, okay? Okay, I will. I will WhatsApp today. Don't worry. Okay, so understand, but see, Kaushik, means it is not the thing in which in one time you can digest. You need to study. You need to work hard. Got my point or not? Because it means you are learning the advanced topic in your schooling age. Okay, so just try to digest this such thing. And now such are the questions. Means you should answer such things. What is data type? What is identifier? What is the variable? What is the initialization? What are the keywords?
You didn't teach main. You only taught printf and scanf. You didn't teach main. I asked you what is main. That will come later.
Okay, but see, I already gave a small introduction. Printf is used for printing some information on the monitor.
But I know printf and scanf. Yes. When I asked you about main, you said I'll tell you later. That comes that main.
Okay, yes, class. Yes, main I didn't discuss. Main I will discuss later. Okay, so you can. But in this time, you can say main is also the function. Whenever you see pair of parentheses, just tell that is the function. So main is the function. Printf is the function, scanf is the function. What is the job of each and every? You have to know. A job of printf function is what? To print some information. Yes.
Prints any given value onto the display.
Yes, on the monitor. Scanf function is what? It
Scanf
takes the data.
Input from the user,
Yes,
and
right.
it does
Yes.
some operation with it.
Yes, correct. Means it is taking some data from the keyboard. Printf, printing some data as well as message on the monitor. But main is the function. In this time, remember, in all the C program, Kaushik, means you have the main program. Means you have to write each and every instruction within the main. And main contains all the instructions. Understand? So without main, it is not possible. So main is the main program. And you can say this is a function, and this is a function which your operating system executes. Your operating system calls this function main function. Okay, and within main we have so many different functions. That is the difference.
Wait, I didn't understand. Main.
Which one you didn't understand, Kaushik?
Main.
See, in this time, first it is clear. Main is the function. Point number one. It is clear. As I told you, whenever you see the pair of parentheses, so it is the symbol for that, means that is the function. So main is the function, it is clear. Now, second point, important point, just remember, our operating, when you execute your C program, operating system executes, search and executes the main. So main is the main function, means it is executed by the operating system. And so we have to write all our instructions within the main. Clear? Just remember these 2-3 points. This is the sufficient in this time. Understand, Kaushik? Okay. Now data type qualifier, stand qualifier. I hope now you can answer each and every in the what a good manner. Yes or no? Am I right or wrong? You can answer for each and every question without any hesitation.
Yeah, but I have a question about type qualifier real quick.
Type qualifier already I discussed. I was going
to ask you last class, but I forgot. So type qualifier is just a constant, right? It's just a constant.
Means I didn't say. Means just okay. Don't worry. Size qualifier, that is done. Signed qualifier, that is done. Yes or no? Type qualifier, only one thing, that is const. In this time, remember, const is used to fix the data. Means what happens? That will be fixed. Later you can't change that one. Means any program can't change that variable because I have used the const keyword before that variable. Without const, means you can change the variable. You can change the data so many times in the single variable. Suppose sometimes I am writing n equals 10, later n equals 50, later n equals 100. So it is varying. Means value of n is varying. Now I don't want to do this. I want n should be fixed. So I have to use the const keyword before that. What's my point or not?
Yeah.
Like what const int num equals 10. Now later you can't change the value of the num because I have used the const type qualifier. Okay, so in some application, this is our requirement to fix the variable.
Oh, I got it.
Not? Understand? In some situations, not always causing. In some situations, I need is that should not be changed. That should be fixed always. Means neither any operating system nor any else can change that, can disturb that value. Then you have to use the type qualifier const. I hope it is clear. Yes, Kaushik?
Yeah.
Okay. So now just coming on, but I want to give you some assignment. But first, let me finish this. Okay. In the operators, I will take. Now, starting the operators. So see here. In the C total, I have 9 types of operators for C. Okay. So we will discuss with the program for each and every operator. Okay. So very important, I think. So very first, arithmetic operator. What do you mean by arithmetic operator? Plus, minus, asterisk, what division, what a modulus operator. Okay. This is a simple one. Next one, I have assignment operator. What do you mean by assignment operator? Whenever you assign some value, into the variable, that is called. So that is done by the assignment operator. So equal to sign is the assignment operator. Understand? Don't worry, I will take the program. We have the increment decrement operator, we have the relational operator, we have the logic or Boolean operator, we have conditional operator, we have comma operator, we have size of operator, we have piecewise operator. So I'll start discussing one by one all. So an operator specifies an expression to be performed that yields a value, and an operand is a data item on which an operator acts. So in any expression, generally we have the two operands and one operator. Suppose 5 plus 3. What is 5? What is 3? What is plus? You tell me.
5 plus 3 is 8. That's an arithmetic equation.
No, you tell me. 5 is the operand, 3 is the operand, but plus is the operator.
Oh, okay.
Understand. So operator works on the operand. So operator needs at least 2 operands to work. So CPU executes that one. So for performing any activity in the CPU, means you need to supply the operator. So according to that operator, CPU performs activity. Suppose 5 asterisks 10. So what happens there? CPU performs just a multiplication. And what are the operands here? 5 and 10 are the operands, and asterisk is the operator. Okay, fine. So starting one by one, copy. So very first, arithmetic operator. Now see here, again in the arithmetic operator, we have a 2 variety. Unary arithmetic operator and second binary arithmetic operator. See here, means you can categorize all the operators into the 3 varieties. Okay, just let me take explain on the notepad. We have what?
Do you explain in code blocks?
Just one, let me complete the unary operator. We have what? Binary operator. We have what? Ternary operator. What is the meaning of this one? All these things. So if you have the unary operator, just a minute. In case of unary operator, what is the meaning of this one? Means it needs only one operand to work. Understand? Now what happens in this case? In this case, what it needs 2 operands to perform, to work. Understand? Now what is the last one? Ternary operator. What is the meaning of ternary operator? So it needs total 3 operands to work. Remember the point. Now I'm just giving the example. Suppose easy. Suppose here I'm giving what? 5 plus 2. Now you tell me to execute this means what is the plus? Plus is the here. Plus is the what?
Operator.
Plus is which type of operator? Binary operator. Binary operator, because it needs 2 operands to work. Got my point or not? Okay. Suppose I'm taking what 6 slash 3 like this. So which type of operator this one? Slash is which type of operator? It's also binary operator. Binary operator. But now here see carefully, minus 5. Plus 3. Now here you tell me which type of operator this one? Which type of operator minus C?
Unary.
Minus is unary operator. Why?
Because it only has one operator.
Because it is not the what a subtraction operator. You can say it is not the subtraction operator. Got my point? Not in the same way. Plus is what? Plus is not. Plus is here. Plus is what? It is also what? Unary operator. Why? Same reason. Same. Means it is not the addition operator. It is not the addition operator. Understand? In the same way, ternary operator needs to what? The 3 operands to execute. Any question in this scenario? So plus symbol is same, but it has the two meaning. First one, it is showing the sign. Second one, it is showing what? Addition operator. So now coming here. So first one, you understand unary arithmetic operator means plus x minus 5. Just showing the sign of that data. Okay, whether it is positive number or negative number. So that is a unary arithmetic operator. Now coming on the binary arithmetic operator. So we have the plus for addition, minus for subtraction, asterisk sign for multiplication, slash for the division, and it gives you what? Quotient. It gives you quotient. But percentage symbol, this is the modulus operator, and it gives you the remainder. Suppose you are performing. Suppose you are performing 10, slash 10 slash suppose 3. Now you tell me, what is the quotient?
3.333.
Quotient is what here? Tell 3. And what is the remainder?
0.333.
What is the remainder? Remainder, I am telling about a remainder. Quotient is the 3. And remainder is what? Remainder is 1, Kaushik. If you divide 10 by 3, then what happens? You will get the quotient 3. And remainder you will get 1. Yes or no?
10 divided by 3 is 3.3333.
I am not saying you accuracy. I am just wanting quotient. What is the quotient? What is the remainder? So we have the two things. Getting my point or not, Kaushik?
Yes.
Just I need separately both things, not exact result I need. So how to get the quotient? So for getting the quotient, you need this operator. This is the what? Division operator. Division operator. Be serious. Now for getting the remainder, I have another that is called what? Percentage symbol. And this is what? Modulus operator is called. Understand? So in the program, what is our requirement? Accordingly, you have to use the particular symbol. Slash for the division means quotient, and percentage symbol for the remainder. So I hope it is clear. Any doubt?
No.
Okay, fine. So now next one. Now assignment operator. So once again, Kaushik, here, Mr. First, total how many operators you are going to learn?
9.
9. Just name by watching this screen. Put all of them into your mind. What are?
Okay.
Arithmetic, assignment, increment, decrement, relational, logical or Boolean, conditional, comma, size of, and bitwise. We will discuss one by one each. Okay. So first one, Miss, in the arithmetic operator, this is clear. Don't worry, I will take the program later. First, let me finish the topic. Okay, so this is clear. Now, assignment operator, as the name implies, what is the purpose of assignment operator? Means when you are supplying, you are storing some data into the variable, so you can do using the assignment operator. And what is the symbol for this? Equal to sign. So example, A equals 5. Then what happens, Kaushik? The 5 is assigned into the A variable. A equals B plus 5. Then what happens? First CPU performs addition on the B plus the B and C. Now the result of B and C is assigned into the A variable. Now third one, A equals C. What happens? The value of C is assigned into the A variable, Kaushik. Understand? So in all the three, we have the equal to sign that is called assignment operator. It is clear or not? Any doubt?
No.
Okay. So right values are stored into the left values. Actually, left are the variable. Okay. Left LHS portion is always variable, but RHS portion may be the variable or may be the data. Okay. Now coming on the increment and decrement operator. Now see here, increment are two types of operators. What? Increment operator, decrement operator. And look at the symbol. First, it is better to explain on the notepad. So see here, because you may be confused. So let me explain in my own way. Suppose, Kaushik, I have the what I equals, suppose I equals, I have 2. Yes. Now I am performing what I equals I plus 1. What happens? What is the value in the I now? When executing,
I plus 1.
I contains what?
I plus 1.
I plus 1 means previous I contains 2. So 2 plus 1, that is 3. Agree or not?
Yeah.
Okay. Now see here, you can, instead of this one, you can also write like what? Just a minute. Instead of this, you can write or what I sorry. I plus plus. You can write this one, or also you can write just a minute, or plus plus I. What happens? Yes. So see here, whenever you are incrementing by 1 in any variable, then instead of that, means simply you can use such things, I plus plus or plus plus I. So this is called the increment operator. But remember, means this incrementation is done always by 1, not by 2, not by 3, not by 4. Suppose what means what? I equals I plus 3. Okay, fine. Then for this you can't means I can't write like this. I equals I plus plus or what plus plus I. This is wrong. This is wrong. Understand our point? Understand not? So when you can do such thing, when there is incrementation by the 1 only, okay, then you can use I plus plus or plus plus I. So this is called the what increment operator. Again, we have the 2 things. What just remember means when you are using I plus plus, when you are using I plus plus, then what happens here? This is what? This is called post increment operator. Post increment operator. But if you are using plus plus I, then this is called what? This is called pre-increment operator. Remember. So definitely, by the name, it is clear. If plus plus sign comes before, this is pre-increment operator. If that comes later, that is called what? Post-increment operator. I hope it is clear. Any doubt? Now, just I am testing you. Suppose later what I have a num equals suppose 50. Okay. Now you tell me num plus plus what happens? So what is the value in the num? So it is equivalent to, so we can say means it is, yes, simple, very simple. Equivalent to write like this. Which one? Num equals num plus 1. Understand or not? So you can use num plus plus, or also you can use what? Here plus plus num. Both are the same in this case. Understand? Clear? Understand? So same is happening for the what? Decrement operator. So I am giving the heading here. What? Increment and decrement operator. Okay. Same is happening for the what? Suppose same thing, same example I am taking. Suppose I am taking m. M equals what? 8. Okay, fine. Now what? Instead of writing m equals m minus 1. Okay. So instead of this, you can write what? You can write. You tell me. Simply m minus minus. Oh, sorry. M minus minus. Or also you can write what? Minus minus m. Understand? So what is the conclusion? If you are performing addition or subtraction only by 1, then you can use increment or decrement operator. First point. Point number 2, how many types? 2 types, pre and post. That is pre-increment operator and post-increment operator. In case of the minors, again, pre-decrement operator and post-decrement operator. So which type of operator this is? You tell me. This is pre or post? Post-decrement operator. Hello, Kaushik, do you hear me? Hello, Kaushik?
Yeah, and this is pre-decrement.
And this is what? Yes, this is pre-decrement operator. Remember the point. Okay? Okay, fine. So can I go on the PPT, Kaushik?
Yeah.
Can I go on? Okay, fine. Now look at it. Here are some complicated examples. So you get the constant. Operator will increment or decrement by 1. They can be used with only variables. So this is the point. Only with the variable you can use. You cannot use with the constant. For example, e.g. a++ it is valid. B++ it is valid. But 5++ it is invalid. A plus B plus 5, and here you are using plus plus. It is also invalid. Got my point or not? So you can use this. You can write down this example, or you can take the screenshot. So which one is valid and which one is invalid? I hope you understand. What is the conclusion? Only you can use such operator with the variable, not with the constant. Again, you cannot use with the expression like a plus b plus 5 and whole plus plus. Any confusion till now, Kaushik?
No confusion.
Okay. Now coming on here, there are 2 types. Already I discussed. Prefix increment, that is pre-increment, and prefix decrement, that is pre-decrement. I already explained on the notepad. In the same way, we have the prefix increment, post-increment, and post-fix decrement, that is post-decrement. Now, these are the examples. Y equals, no, okay. See here, I miss y equals plus plus a. Then what happens? So, see here, again, let me show on the some examples. Now, you tell me first, suppose y equals 10. Okay, now, suppose z equals something. Z equals 5, I have. Okay, now here, y equals, what I am doing? I am doing what? Z plus plus. Now you tell me what is the value of y? Now you tell me means what? What is value in y and z?
Value in z is 5 and value in y is 6.
What is the value in y?
Y is 6 and z is 5.
So first you are telling y equals what is 6, and what you are telling z equals what?
5.
5. Okay. So see here, this is your answer, but you are wrong.
No, because you're overriding the y value. Because y is our...
So this is the wrong answer, Kaushik. So that's why be serious. Agree or not? So what is the correct answer? Now observe. So first look at the expression. So what happens? It is, you tell me, it is a pre-operator or post-increment operator. It is z plus plus. It is pre-increment operator or post-increment operator. Post. So in case of the first increment, what is the concept? Means that variable is incremented later. First value of z. Here I am noting down here. Don't worry. You need to concentrate first. What value of z? That is what is the value of z? That is 5. Is stored into what? Y. And then what? Z is incremented. Understand the point? First, value of z is what? 5. 5 is assigned into y. And then after assignment, then z is incremented. So what is the answer overall? Means y equals what? Y equals what? You tell me. 5. Correct?
5.
And z equals what?
6.
Z equals 6. It is clear? Remember the point. But now, what happens if I'm using, instead of the what here, I'm taking the same thing. Instead of plus plus, omit this one, but here I am taking this one, plus plus. Now, concept is totally changed. In this case, you tell me. Now you tell me, this is pre or post? This is pre-increment operator, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. And that was what? Above, what is that one?
Oh, that was post.
Post-increment operator. So here, what happens, as it is a pre-increment, so first value of, so here I am writing, first value of Z is incremented. Then the new value, is assigned into which one? Y. So now tell me the correct answer. So what is in the Y? What is in the Y? So plus Z. First Z is increment. Z is now 6. So 6 is assigned here. And what is in Z? Already Z is incremented first. So what? 6. So getting the difference between pre-increment operator and post-increment operator. Hello, Kaushik.
Hello? Yeah.
Yes.
So they would
yes.
be 6.
So yes, this is the miss. I want to give you the difference. Okay, it is not always the same. Don't consider miss both are the same. Pre and post both are not same. It depends on the situation. In this situation, there is a totally different. Understand? But in the above here, in the above one, there is no difference. Either you can use what num plus plus or plus plus, num both are the same. Yeah, Kaushik, once again, num plus plus or plus plus num, there is no difference. Okay, because there are no another operation to execute. But below you have another operation to execute. So which among the two operations, which one is executed? So that is decided.
A lot. Your microphone.
Microphone. Actually, my side is right, Kaushik. You can check it in your side. Yes, my throat is having some problem. So you may get some disturbance in my throat. That may be the possible chance. I'm increasing the volume. It is okay? Actually, that is the problem. My throat is having problem. Okay. So from 2 days, I'm facing the problem. So up to here, it is clear, Kaushik? Can I go on the PPT?
Yeah.
Okay. So see here, Kaushik, same thing is applied on the minus. Okay. Now you tell me. So a prefix y equals plus plus a, and here y equals minus a. So you can answer very easily. I'm sure. Postfix y equals a plus plus y equals a minus. You can answer very easily. I'm sure. What happens? You tell me in this case y equals a plus plus. What happens? First, you tell me what happened.
I'm not getting the difference between those two plus plus a and a plus plus.
Yes. So in this case, in the postfix, what happens? First, the value of a is assigned into y, then a is incremented. But in the prefix, first a is incremented, then the new value is assigned into y. Same thing which I discussed on the notepad. Okay. Now.
Okay.
Okay. Any confusion? Have you any question? Okay. Now. So you understand about the increment and decrement operator. Now discussing about the what a relational operator. Now see here. First, what is this and where it is used? Sometimes, Kaushik, you may need to make the comparison. So when this is your requirement, means what making the comparison. Suppose means which age is greater? Kaushik age is greater than, or what? Karthik age is highest. So making the comparison, then you need to use the relational operator. Once again, plus minus asterisk slash and percentage, where you can use such operators. In which situation arithmetic operator you can use? You tell me.
Huh?
In which situation arithmetic operator you can use?
In which situation can you use arithmetic operator?
Yes.
Equal to?
No, just mathematical evaluation, addition, subtraction, multiplication. For this, you should use the plus, minus, etc. But now, when you have to use the relational operator to make the comparison, to suppose A is having some data, B is having some data. Now I want which is greater, A is greater or B is greater. So making the comparison, you have to use the relational operator. Now focus here on. So we have how many relational operators? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 types of relational operator. What is the first one? Less than. What is the second one? Less than or equal to. What is the third one? Greater than. What is the fourth one? Greater than or equal to. What is the fifth one? Equal to. That is, it compares the two expressions whether both are equal or not. What is the sixth one? This is the exclamation sign, means not equal to. So now look at the example. Suppose cosec A contains 9 and B contains 5. Now this is the expression and this is the relation. Now this is the value. Okay, A is less than B. Now
value means binary value of expression means binary, right? 0 is false and 1 is true.
Yes, correct. 0 is represented for the false and 1 is represented for the true. Okay. And we people say this is the false, this is the true. But in the computer system, what they understand only by the 0 and 1. Clear? Now look at the example. A is less than B. It is true or false?
False.
False, yes. And in the computer system, what is the value?
0.
Yes. Now, what about the second one? A
false.
Is less than or equal to B? Yes, false. A equals B.
False.
A not equal to B.
True.
True and value 1. A greater than B.
True.
True, yes. A greater than equal to B.
True.
A equal to 0. It is saying true or false?
False.
False, yes. B not equal to 0. It is saying B is not equal to 0. So it is saying true or false? True. A is greater than A, true. 2 is greater than false. So I hope you understand the relational operator. Now, once again, you tell me, when you have to use the relational operator?
When comparing two values.
Yes, but excellent. Very simple one. When you need to compare the two variable data, then you have to use the relational operator. You have not to use the plus, minus, asterisk, yes or no? Plus, minus, asterisk is used for which one? Mathematical calculation that is used. But for comparison, relational operators are used. It is clear or not?
Yep.
Okay. Now, coming on the next one, logical operator. Means, see here, cosec. This is totally different and this is a totally different. Now, first, let me give the example. Suppose means you involved in the competition and you may wish to take the prize. And for taking the prize, there are two situations. What is the first situation? Your marks should be greater than 80% and your attendance should be greater than 75%. If you follow both, if you satisfy both conditions, only then you can get the prize. Now you tell me. So, means in this situation, you are going to join the two conditions. Actually, you have the two separate conditions.
And because both need to be satisfied.
Yes, both must be satisfied. Only then you can be what?
Only one needed to be satisfied, you could use OR. But since you need to...
Excellent. Then for that, you have to use the logical operator. So we can say, logical operators are used to combine two conditions. To combine two conditions. Understand? Relational operators are used to compare two variable data. Once again, now you convince me the difference between a relational operator and a logical operator.
Relation operators, they compare two values, but logical operators compare two truths of values.
No, don't say compare. You should say combine. Combine. Use the word combine. Yes, it combines two conditions.
If you, let's say, to get to pass in distinction, you need to have you need
Yes,
to
yes,
have both the
yes,
90% attendance and 100% in final exams.
yes, Miss, your both condition must be true. Only
Both
then, Miss,
conditions need to be
yes,
satisfied.
yes,
If
yes.
in the case of or,
Only one, only one condition.
to earn the medal, you need to have 100%, or you could have 95%
Yes,
attendance. So
excellent. So,
only one of the supplied conditions needs to be
yes,
satisfied.
yes, Kaushik. So, Miss, overall, you are getting the difference between these two, where you can use the relational operator and where you can use the logical operator. So, I hope it is clear. So, how many category in the logical operator? Logical and, that is called binary operator, logical or, and logical not. So, double ampersand sign, double pipe sign you have. Okay, remember. So, logical and operator, logical or operator, and this is what logical not operator. So, what is the purpose of logical not? It just reverse the logic, means making true to false, false to true. That's all. It makes true to false, just reverse the logic. So once again, just look at the table and A, B, C. A, B contains the data. And what is the value of C? What? 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0. But 1, 1, it is what? 1. Means only one at last, this is the true. And the first three are the false. False, false, false. Understand the Kaushik? Now, but in case of the logical operator, if any one are true, either A or B, then finally is true. So here 0, 0 false, 0, 1, yes, it is true. 1, 0, yes, it is true. 1, 1, yes, it is true. Once again, in case of the AND, means if both are the one true, that is the last one, only then that is the true. Understand the difference between logical AND and logical OR? Very simple, Kaushik. Logical AND means both conditions must be true. Logical OR, only one condition should be true. Already you have given the answer. And what about the logical NOT? If you have the 0, it makes 1. Means true to false, false to true. If you have the value in the A, what true, so it makes what logical not A, what happens? It makes 0.
So whatever is true prints false and whatever is false prints true.
Sometimes, yes, sometimes means I make the condition like this. If I have the true, means I want to make that false deliberately. What's my point? I will use in the program, don't worry. Understand? I will use such thing in the program. So first, this concept is clear or not? Kaushik?
I know.
Okay. So once again, just revise it. Means from the starting on the in the operator. Which type of operator you have been familiar till now?
All.
Yes, sir. I'm asking of the operator. Today's session.
Wait, what's the question?
Means just name all types of operators. Till now you have been familiar. Means which I taught you.
Arithmetic operator, assignment operator, relation operator, logical operator, increment decrement operator, and then bitwise operator.
Oh no. I didn't teach you bitwise operators. That's okay. I will teach it. Okay, fine. Fine, Kaushik.
Your mic is very cracking.
Okay, I don't know why it is happening. I think why it is happening. Can you check on your side?
Yeah. Hello.
Yes, Kaushik.
Yes.
Hello, Kaushik.
Yes.
Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I proceed later?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Now look at this one, conditional operator. It is also called the ternary operator. Okay, first, see here, means I have to explain on the notepad because here you may be confused. So, just what is the heading? Ternary operator, or also called what? Conditional operator. So see here, its syntax you ask, what is the syntax for this one? Expression 1, question mark, expression 2, and here give the colon, and here give what? expression 3. Now, how many expression you have here? Kaushik, how many expression you have here?
How
Hello,
many?
Kaushik?
Three expressions.
Three expressions. Now, see here. First expression 1 is if it is true, what happens? So here I am writing if expression 1 is what true, then what happens? It executes.
True.
It executes expression 2. Expression 2. Otherwise, executes which one?
Expression 3.
Expression 3. That's all. Okay. So among two, means expression 2 and 3, only one is executed. Remember, and it depends on.
So just basically it's if.
Yes.
If
else.
this
yes.
is true, do this. Else,
yes.
do this.
Yes. Excellent. Okay. So just applying the power on that.
One minute.
Just a minute. Yes. Hello, Kaushik. Oh, just a minute. Why? What's happening? Hello, Kaushik.
Hello.
Yes, ready?
Yeah, I'm waiting for you.
Okay. Actually, getting some problem related to the power. So just a minute, Kaushik. I'm changing my position. Okay, I'm changing my position. Just 1 minute. Getting the power problem. Yeah. Hello, Kaushik. Now I'm ready. Hello, Kaushik.
Hello.
Yes. Now I continue. So understand. Understand this one. So it looks like if else.
Wait, question.
Yes.
Can you send this notepad and the formatted input-output slides?
Yes. Okay. Means time is going to over.
Before you forget.
Okay. So this notepad, this all now.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Just a minute. This is done. And what you need? You tell me.
And the formatted input-output slides.
Okay, just one. Let me go on the. I think you are asking about first thing.
Yeah, formatted all of them.
Okay. This one also. Kaushik?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So first, just one. So just check, all are changed or only one is changed? Kaushik, can you check? All are changed or only one is changed?
Only one sent.
Okay. So I have to do one by one. Okay, no problem. One. Two. Three, four, six, one. Six, one. That is done. I think
And then yeah, few more.
okay.
Yeah.
It is enough, Kaushik. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. So
Thank you very
see here. Okay, no. I just you should work hard. Okay, and
do you think
yes, tell me.
my dad Nana told me to ask something. Do you think do you think I'm good in learning C?
Learning C, I'm not getting. Once again, tell
No,
me.
Do you think I'm dedicated enough?
You. Oh,
Yeah, me.
Okay. Yes, you are dedicated, but in this time I can't say. When I give the assignment and how much you are performing, then I can judge that.
No, but like so far in the theory lessons,
yes.
Do you think I am interested and I can learn?
Yes, definitely. Okay, sure, no problem. Otherwise, I'm not interested to teach you. Don't worry about that. So see, Kaushik, Miss, time is going over. Now, Miss, it is time for what, Karthik? So
Yeah, I'll call
start.
Karthik now.
Just tell Karthik just to wait for 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes, I will start.
Yeah. 5 minutes, okay?
Can you
put message on WhatsApp when you're ready for Karthik.
Yes. Okay, fine. Fine, Kaushik.
Bye,
Okay,
yeah,
fine.
have a good day. Have a good night.
Okay, thank you.